Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of electromagnetic field theory on Unit 2 Electrostatics. Students, in the previous lecture we had calculated in general the value of electric field intensity due to various charge distribution like your point charge distribution, then your line charge distribution, then surface charge distribution, and last one, that is what your volume charge distribution. Now students, today we are going to calculate the value of electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. Today's statement, we have to calculate the value of this E bar due to whatever infinite line charge, So student, if you see the university syllabus for your batch, they had modified the syllabus, and under the unit number 2 they only mention the terminology, that is what your electric field intensity or electric field E bar. Now the problem arises whether we should go with such a derivation or not. But again, I think that in your university examination numericals may come, and therefore it may be assumed that you should know the value of this E bar, that is electric field intensity, for what your infinite line charge. So therefore for the various situations, now this is one of the situation, this is one of the condition where we want to find out what your the value of this E bar, So therefore let us see the derivation for the value of electric field intensity due to an infinite line charge for the given situation. So given situation is what your infinite line charge. So therefore for that, consider an infinite line charge is placed along whatever z-axis. So first we draw our three-dimensional coordinate system. So this is what your positive x, this is your positive y, and this is what your positive z. So therefore we can say that we are considering what your Cartesian coordinate system or a rectangular coordinate system. Now in this rectangular coordinate system we are considering an infinite line charge, or we can say a conductor carrying a charge, and the length of that conductor is very large. The length of the conductor is infinite, and that infinite length conductor is placed along whatever z-axis. So therefore I am extending this z-axis along what the negative direction, and along this z-axis I am placing an infinite length of conductor which carries a charge. Now I am consider only the positive part of the conductor for the calculation. I am considering only the positive part for the calculation. No doubt final value of this electric field intensity E bar will totally depend on whatever the infinite length of whatever line charge. So therefore we are considering this much length of the infinite length of the conductor. Now I am considering this length as whatever dl. So therefore we can say that, so this point is considered as whatever A. So the coordinate of the point A will be whatever 0, 0, Z. Since the point A lies along the z-axis, so therefore its x-coordinate, its y-coordinate will be equals to 0 and will have the finite value of the z. Because I am considering only what? The positive part of what your infinite length of the conductor. And the length of this conductor varies from what your minus infinity to what your plus infinity. And we are considering a point P. We are considering a point P along what your y-axis. We are considering a point P along what your y-axis. Now since this point is along what your y-axis, so therefore I am considering its coordinate as what your 0 r 0. Now why I am considering this as a r? Because this much distance, that is distance from the origin to the point P, I am considering as what your the distance of the point P from what your infinite length charge. So this is what your this distance. So this distance I am considering as what your small r. So r is the distance of the point P from what your infinite length of conductor. So therefore point number first, coordinate of point A as what your 0 0 z, coordinates of your point P as what your 0 r 0. Okay, and this is what your r, and along this length, that is along the distance r, we have our unit vector ar bar. Now we know that this ar cap, sorry, this is what your ar cap. So this ar cap, it is equals to what your r bar divided by what your mod of r bar, or we can say here I am showing with small letter. So that is what your small r bar divided by what your small mod of small r bar. So therefore we have to calculate what this vector r bar, or can say the small r bar. So for a time being I am considering as it was your small r bar. So r bar, it is equals to what your final point minus what your initial point. We can calculate the vector from the coordinates as the final point minus what your initial point. And therefore we can say that first we calculate the x. So therefore it is equals to 0. So 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, it is equals to whatever 0 ax cap. Again it would be whatever r minus of 0 into whatever ay cap plus 0 minus of z az cap. See, I am subtracting the point A from the point P, or we can say we can calculate the vector value as whatever final point position minus whatever initial point position. That is what your position vectors, we can say in short. So therefore simplifying this equation, we have r a y cap minus z a z cap, it is equals to whatever r bar, and this is what the value of your vector r bar. Now from this we can calculate of your mod of r bar also, which is equals to whatever square root of r square plus whatever z square minus z square, sorry, minus z square, it is equals to whatever plus z square. So therefore from these values, that is from the r bar value and from mod of r bar value, we can calculate the value of whatever ar cap also as whatever ar cap, sorry, ar cap, it is equals to whatever r bar divided by whatever mod of r bar, which is equals to what r a y cap minus z a z cap divided by what square root of r square plus z square. So this is the value of whatever ar cap also. This is whatever ar cap also. Now we had calculated the value of r bar, we had calculated what your AR bar. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the electric field intensity due to this infinite line charge at a point P, and that is given by what? The value which is given by what? That is dE bar equal to what? dQ divided by what? 4 pi epsilon r square into whatever AR cap. So this is what the value of dE bar equals to what? dQ upon 4 pi epsilon r square into whatever AR cap. Now again we go back to our the situation. So what is our situation? Our situation is what? We have with us an infinite length of the conductor whose length varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, and along this infinite length of the conductor we distribute the charge, and therefore that charge is known as whatever line charge. That charge distribution is known as whatever line charge. So therefore from this we can say that this dQ can be calculated as dQ equals to rho L into dL. Rho L into whatever dL, that is line charge distribution into whatever length of the conductor. Now for the given scenario we can say that dL it is equals to whatever dZ into whatever AZ cap. dZ into whatever AZ cap. So this is whatever rho L into whatever dZ AZ cap, and this is what the value of whatever dQ. Now for this equation, that is what calculating of this dE bar, we had calculated the value of this dQ as you are this one, and then we had the value of this r square from the equation this, that is mod of r bar, and we had calculated what your AR cap also. We had calculated what? The value of AR cap also, which is equals to what? RAY cap minus ZAZ cap divided by whatever square root of r square plus z square. Substituting the all values, once again I will write dE bar equals to whatever dQ upon what? 4 pi epsilon r square into whatever AR cap. It is given by equals to whatever the final value. So substituting the value of this dQ as whatever rho L into whatever dZ, rho L into dZ into whatever AZ cap. So therefore divided by what? 4 pi epsilon will be this one, r square it would be whatever r square plus z square into whatever AR cap. So simplifying this equation, what we have the final value as equals to rho L into dZ upon 4 pi epsilon r square plus z square into what? AR cap value. AR cap value will be what? RAY cap minus ZAZ cap divided by what? Your r square plus z square square root, and therefore we can say that it is equal to whatever the final value. Again I am writing it in systematic manner, dZ into whatever RAY cap minus ZAZ cap divided by 4 pi epsilon. Now this is the power of this will be 1, and the power of this it will be equals to 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2 it comes out to be r square plus z square 3 by 2. It comes out to be whatever 3 by 2. Okay, so this is what the final value of your dE bar will be, whatever dE bar. Okay, now we can calculate the value of this E bar as whatever line integral of whatever dE bar. Now we know that our line varies from whatever minus infinity to plus infinity equals to this one. Now before proceeding or before solving this equation, a simple updation in the above equation takes place. And what is that equation? What is that updation? Let us see. So student, we can say that since the length of the conductor varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, so we can say that a symmetry exists from the origin of the coordinate system. We can say that above this origin we have the length equals to plus infinity. Below the origin we have the length again equals to whatever infinity, and therefore we can say that a symmetrical charge exists over here. So meaning is that one, we consider a point A 0 0 Z above the origin. Similarly, same point may occurs below the origin, whose value will be what? A dash 0 0 Z dash. So yes, A dash equals to whatever 0 0 Z dash. So therefore we can say that this is the mirror image of whatever the component we are considering above the origin, and therefore what, they cancel each other. Therefore this component and this component will cancel each other. So this component will cancel each other means what, they are nullifying the value of this Z. The value of this Z. So therefore what happens because of this, so this Z component will get vanished, So again I am repeating over here, for every charge on whatever positive Z axis, there is equal and opposite charge present on whatever negative Z axis, and therefore we can say that the Z component of the electric field intensity produces by the charge at point P will cancel each other, and therefore we can say that effective field will don't have any Z component at the P. Meaning of that one, for example यहाँ से क्या रहेगा, इस डायरेक्शन में फोर्स रहेगा, बराबर, बिकॉज चार्ज यहाँ पे लोकेटेड है. सिमिलरली यहाँ से भी क्या रहेगा, इस डायरेक्शन में फोर्स रहेगा. सो देयरफॉर व्हाट हैपन्स, सिंस दे आर at a same distance from the origin, so whatever the electric field produced by this point A, same electric field will be produced by this point A dash. ओरिजिन से पॉइंट ए कहाँ पे है, डिस्टेंस पे लोकेटेड है सेम, और उतना ही सेम डिस्टेंस पे ए डैश लोकेटेड है. सो देयरफॉर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी जनरेटेड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पॉइंट ए will be equal to what, electric field intensity produced by this point A dash. सिर्फ दोनों में फर्क क्या रहेगा, ये पॉजिटिव रहेगा, ये निगेटिव रहेगा. सो देयरफॉर पॉजिटिव एंड निगेटिव विल व्हाट हैपन्स, नेट इफेक्ट विल बी इक्वल्स टू 0. सो इसकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी क्या रहेंगी, प्लस ई बार, और इसकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी क्या रहेंगी, माइनस ऑफ ई बार. सो देयरफॉर दिस माइनस ई एंड दिस प्लस ई, अगर इन दोनों का अगर हम एडिशन करते हैं, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, so net effect will be what, equals to 0. So that electric field equals to 0 because of what, for the Z component, for what, your Z component, and therefore we can say that in this equation this Z component will get will get diminish, or we can say vanish, and therefore left behind what, only Y component, and therefore we can say that this E bar equals to what, minus infinity to plus infinity, dE bar, it is equals to what, minus infinity plus infinity rho L into dZ into whatever RAY cap divided by what, 4 pi epsilon into whatever R square plus Z square raised to power of whatever 3 by 2. And therefore we can say that it is equal to what? Since in this equation this rho L is constant, so therefore again 4 pi epsilon 0 will be whatever constant, and therefore can be taken out from the integral sign, that is what rho upon 4 pi epsilon, leaving behind what? Minus infinity plus infinity r into dz divided by what? R square plus z square raised to power of whatever 3 by 2, and yes, this whole thing is being multiplied by whatever ay cap. So yes, are you getting the equation? I am simplifying this term. That is what rho L upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is whatever constant, and therefore we can say that can be taken out from the integral sign, and therefore we get this one, that is rho L upon 4 pi epsilon 0 minus infinity plus infinity r dz r square plus z square raised to power of whatever 3 by 2 into whatever ay cap. So therefore simplifying this equation, now we have to simplify this integration sign, and therefore we are using whatever method of substitution to simplify this integral, which varies from minus infinity to plus infinity r dz r square plus z square raised to power of 3 by 2. So yes, what I am using a method of substitution, and what I am substituting, that I am putting, that is what z equals to whatever r into tan theta. So therefore what? dz equals to what? r into sec square theta d theta. So yes, r I am treating as a constant for time being. So therefore z equals to r into tan theta. So taking a differentiation on both sides. So therefore dz it is equals to whatever r into whatever sec square theta into whatever d theta. Now changing the limit of the integration, how we change the limit? So suppose if z it is equals to minus infinity, so theta will be equals to whatever minus pi by 2. Are you getting or not? If z equals to minus infinity, so tan of minus infinity, it comes around to be what? Minus pi by 2. So again, if z equals to whatever plus infinity, so theta will be equals to whatever plus pi by 2. So therefore I am taking all these things and putting in this equation. What I get that is E bar equal to what? Rho L upon 4 pi epsilon minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 r. So dz will be r sec square theta into whatever d theta divided by r square will be as it is plus z square. So z square will be whatever, so r square tan square theta raised to power of whatever 3 by 2 into whatever ay cap. Now simplifying this equation, so which comes around to be rho L upon what? 4 pi epsilon integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 r square sec square theta d theta. So therefore again from the below I am taking r square as a common, so therefore 1 plus tan square theta, yes, whole thing raised to power of whatever 3 by 2 into whatever ay cap. Again, which is comes around to be what? Rho L upon what? 4 pi epsilon minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 r square sec square theta d theta. So divided by, so yes, from here this square and by 2 will cancel each other, so leaving behind what? Here r cube. Again 1 plus tan square theta, it is equals to whatever sec square theta 1 plus tan square theta is equals to whatever sec square theta, and sec square theta and its square root will cancel each other. So again leaving behind what, sec cube theta into whatever ay cube. So it is equals to rho L by what, 4 pi epsilon. So limit will be what, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So yes, this r square and cube will cancel. This sec square theta and cube will get cancelled. So leaving behind what, d theta r into whatever sec of theta into whatever ay cap, and this is whatever e bar value with whatever integral. So yes, please try to understand. Is it clear to you? That is what, rho L upon 4 pi epsilon minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 d theta r sec theta into ay cap. So this r square and cube will get cancelled, leaving behind what, your only r, because r cube it is equals to what, your r square into r. So r square will get cancelled, leaving behind what, your r, and that sec square theta, again for the sec cube theta can be written as what, your sec square theta into what, your sec theta. Now again simplifying this equation, again r is the constant, so therefore can be taken out from the integral. So into r minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 d theta upon whatever sec of theta, and whole thing is being multiplied by whatever ay cap. It is equals to what, rho L divided by what, 4 pi epsilon. So as 1 upon sec, it would be whatever cos. So minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 cos of theta d theta into whatever ay cap. Again it is equals to what, rho L upon 4 pi epsilon into r. So as integral of cos will be what, equals to sine. So therefore sine of theta limit will be whatever minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, whole thing multiplied by whatever ay cap. So as sine of pi by 2 will be 1, minus will be whatever minus of 1, whole thing multiplied by whatever ay cap. So therefore it is equals to what, rho L upon 4 pi epsilon r into whatever 2 times into whatever ay cap. So 2 1s are 2 2s are, so it is equals to what, rho L into whatever ay cap divided by what, 2 pi epsilon into r, volt per meter. Value of e bar, it is equals to what, rho L upon what, 2 pi epsilon into r ay cap volt per meter. This is the final value. That is what, electric field intensity due to an infinite line charge placed along the z-axis. So therefore from this equation one can conclude that ki electric field intensity has no component in the direction of what, parallel to the line along which the line charge is located. So in our case we locate the line charge along whatever z-axis. So therefore we can say that in our equation we don't have what, the z-axis component. So this is the case. So therefore that's why I'm saying that one, because this point proves to be very important while solving the problem. For example, if the line charge is parallel to z-axis, E bar cannot have a z component. If the line charge is parallel to y-axis, then E bar component don't have whatever ay component, and therefore we can say that with this the integration would be very easy. So student, I hope you understand this derivation very clearly and very properly. So with this we are going to stop today. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.